can't sleep, Mom. Can you tell me a story?
What story do you want, my darling?
Any story will do, Mom.
Okay, here's a story about a handsome prince and a beautiful lady.
What's the title of it, Mom?
What happened with Purbasari?
Prabu Tapaagung had led the kingdom of Pasir Batang in West Java for a long time. He was getting old and therefore wanted to choose a successor. But, unfortunately, he had no son. He thought of choosing one of his daughters, Purbararang and Purbasari. But it wasn't an easy choice. They were both very pretty and smart. The only difference was their temperament. Purbararang was rude and dishonest, while Purbasari was kind and caring. With those considerations, Prabu Tapaagung finally chose Purbasari to be his successor. Purbararang didn't agree with her father's decision.
It's supposed to be me, father. I'm the eldest daughter here.
Purbararang, to be a queen takes more than age. There are many qualities that you must have.
What's good of her, father?
You'll find out when Purbasari has replaced me.
After the discussion, Purbararang went back to her room.
What happened, my wife?
I'm furious. Father chose Purbasari as her successor. I have to do something.
What?
Driven mad by her anger, she came to a witch and asked her to send rash all over Purbasari's body. Before going to bed, Purbasari started to feel itch all over her body. She tried applying powder to her body, but it's no use. Instead, the itching grew even more worse. She didn't want to scratch it, but she couldn't just help it. And the next morning, there were scratch marks all over Purbasari's body.
What happened with you, Purbasari?
I don't know, sis. Last night my body suddenly felt very itchy. I stretched and stretched, and this is what happened.
You must do something. Maybe you've been punished by God.
That day, the whole kingdom was scandalized.
What have you done, Purbasari? What have you done?
I didn't do anything, Father.
Then how can you explain what happened to your body? If you don't confess, I'll banish you to the woods.
In the other world, Prince Guruminda from the heaven are having some discussion with her mother, a nymph named Sunan Ambu.
Mom, I just want to get married if my bride were as beautiful as you, Mom.
Alright, I understand what you feel and answer. Such a lady are exist in the mortal world. However, you have to be in such a form where no one will adore you. You will come to her as LUTUNG KASARUNG, the white monkey.
I got it, Mom.
If you love my son,
There, Guruminda goes straight to the mortal world and live as LUTUNG KASARUNG. Back to the kingdom, after a short discussion with Purbararang, Prabu Tapaagung ordered Purbararang to move Purbasari to the woods. Purbasari was very sad, but she couldn't do anything to defy her father's order. She was accompanied to the woods by Indrajaya, and he built a simple hut for Purbasari.
Good morning, my queen. In order to achieve the order of the king, you have to be moved to the woods. This is your place, Purbasari. I can't reject my king's order. I'll pray for your best.
it's okay, Indrajaya. God will guide me in the end.
After the messenger left, suddenly a white monkey came to Purbasari's hut. He carried a bunch of bananas from behind him. Some animals looked on.
Who is it? Is it for me? Are you want to be my friend?
All the animals are happy to have her for their friends. Although she was living by herself in the woods, Purbasari never lacked of supplies. Every day, there were always animals bringing her fruits and fish to eat. A long time had passed since Purbasari was banished to the woods, but her body still itched. At some place, her skin was ever ulcerating.
Follow me!
You can talk? Who are you?
One night, on a full moon, the monkey took Purbasari to a valley. There is a pond with hot spring water. The monkey suddenly spoke.
Water this pond, you will
Then she walked to the pond. She bathed there, and after a few hours, Purbasari walked out of the pond. She was shocked to see her face reflected on the clear pond water. Her face was beautiful again, with smooth and clean skin. Purbasari observed her entire body. There were no traces of any skin ailments. The news of Purbasari's condition quickly spread to the kingdom, irritating Purbararang. Then she, accompanied by Indrajaya, go to the woods to see Purbasari. Purbasari asked if she would be allowed to go home. Purbararang said she would let Purbasari return to the palace if Purbasari's hair were longer than hers. Purbararang then let her hair down. It was so long, it almost touched the ground. But it turned out that Purbasari's hair were twice longer than Purbararang's hair.
Fine, so your hair is longer than mine, but you have one more condition that you must fulfill. Do you have a future husband that more handsome than mine?
It's him? You're such an idiot, you know?
He's a monkey!
How can it be your husband?
I am a prince from the heaven. I was staying in the monkey shape to find whom is the best to be my partner in life. And there she is, so beautiful and flawless.
What? I can't believe it. I'm sorry, my queen.
Please forgive me. I was wrong. Please don't punish me. I was the one who made you like this.
I forgive you, sir.
She finally became a queen, and beside her was a very handsome prince known as LUTUNG KASARUNG, and they lived happily ever after.
When your legs don't work like they used to before,
Meeting father.
and I can't shake it off of your
Hello,
feet.
Purbasari. I know it's hard for you. In order
I
to
still remember the taste of my love. Will your eyes
Monkey
still
shape to find him
smile
to
from your cheek?
if my bride.
Darling, I
Right, I
will
understand.
be loving you till we're
Hi, Sandy.
70.